John McKeag here. Now, this course is about no detainment or no imprisonment by the police. And this has worked. I have come up against this several times myself, both in the courtroom and out of the courtroom. I feel this is extremely valuable information to people, and I do not make this video lightly. Uh, I have done, almost 50 court cases to prove that this was real. I have been ordered by the judge I did 15 court cases at one time, posted it on Facebook, battle to the death cage match, Jesus Christ versus the devil. Okay. And I went in that courtroom, and the judge said, I just want to let you know, Mr. McKeag, all the judges of Sarasota County met and discussed you. And then said, what can we do to get you so you don't come to this courtroom again? That's the opening thing that the judge said to me in the first case. Okay? And man, we went through a lot. And in the mediator, first case, and I was in the, and there were four cases together. I was in the mediation, automatic mediation happens in Florida, and the the uh, the mediator says, "I read your case here, and I'm not sure I fully understand it." And well, I put it in writing, so I didn't say anything. I just shut my mouth when they said that. And there were four lawyers in there, one of them from NASA, and there was a mediator, myself as some unidentified, spy or whatever, some spook, some high-level government agent just sitting in. And I just looked out the window, and I didn't say anything after she said that. And it was quiet for a minute. And the NASA lawyer piped up and says to everyone in the room, says, he just doesn't like it that we all worship the devil. And I said, that's it exactly. And the mediator says, so there's not going to be any mediation resolution? I said, no. And she said, okay, I'll just write that up. And we go back into the courtroom, and the judge says, what can we do to end these court cases? And I said, okay, the problem is that some credit card companies sued me. And so I did 15 court cases against all of the credit card companies that think I owe them money. Because the bank never signs the documents, so they're not owed any money. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. Any debt is a Ponzi scheme, and the court knows it. And I was there to prove that fact. And if they want, I'm signed with Jesus Christ, so if God lets me die, I don't want to live anyway in a world where Jesus Christ is running and the devil runs the world. I don't want to be in that world. So I'm there to find out to the death whether it's true or not. And so the judge, we went through the whole thing, and the judge says, so you mean if Barclays takes off their court case, you're going to end all your court cases? I say, yeah. And Barclays was in the room too. And the judge says, you're going to end your court case against them. And the guy's like, what are you talking about? He ran up his credit card to the max. He owes us money. And the judge says, you're going to end the court case. And he tells us he has like staff of 10 people in the courtroom. It's a closed courtroom. And he says, you're going to write up all the paperwork to end all these court cases. You're going to end your court case, and you're going to do it right now. Is that going to be acceptable to you, Mr. McKay? I say, yeah, that's fine. And that's what we did. Judge made him sign everything. And I was willing to sign. And so we get all the paperwork signed. All the court cases are done in the first go. And the judge is like, okay, is that everything, Mr. McKeag? Do you have any other thoughts or questions? I said, and they have a giant seal. The judge has a giant seal above his head. And it says, in God we trust. And I say, yeah, Your Honor, I have one question. Who are the trustees of the In God we trust? And the judge turns to the four-armed bailiffs with chains and says, get him. That was the answer to the question. And then four-armed bailiffs are walking across the courtroom to chain me up and throw me in a cage. And you know what happens? God freezes them solid in the courtroom. Can't move a muscle. Can't move a muscle. They can't move. A judge is freaked out. Let me tell you what. And I say, hey, Your Honor, am I free to go now? The judge is like, yes, yes, you could go, you could go. All the paperwork was done, everything. I walk out of that courtroom free as a bird. And that's a fact. And I invited everyone in the public to come and witness that. And that's what I done. And that's what I witnessed. And that's why I brought the show to show everyone. You know who come? The devil came, right? The devil and one young lady the devil sent. And she ended up in a mental hospital for witnessing what she's seen. I'm the only one alive that's not a devil worshiper that's seen that. And although I invited everyone, anyone could have witnessed that. But that's a fact. I've also had the police come to murder me after that on the beach, 6 of them. And after I was sitting there after dark, and they come straight up to me, and I said, "Listen, I don't want to waste time on this thing. You're here to kill me." So I was like, "You just pull your gun out." I lean my forehead forward. I was like, "Put the gun right here, because let me tell you what, if Jesus Christ don't run this thing, I just want to be dead right now, because I know where I'm going. And so you just pull your gun and you put it right here. You won't have no trouble for me. I want out of here anyway. So just pull it. I know why you're here." And the guy goes for his gun, and he just can't move his gun. You know what I'm saying? He can't. Police can't move his gun. He can't pull it up. He can't pull it up. And then, like, you know, they're all standing there freaked out. And then he pulls out a flashlight and points it at me. And I bend over laughing. I was almost sitting down. They were all standing right out, like a circle around me, ready to murder me. I just started laughing. I was like, man, I'm leaving. Get out of my face. And I walk out of there. That's reality because of this trust, okay? You can't be detained. You cannot be jailed. You can't be. Only by your free will do you give them access. Why is this? You see what I'm saying? The In God We Trust /USA Inc. / means this is a registration of this business, you know, that people think of as our nation, right? The country, all that. It's a trust. It's called the In God We Trust. We is not the name of any god, right? So it's not Buddha, right? It's not Krishna. You know, it's nobody anybody knows. We, right? That's the devil. We is the devil. Okay. / means DBA, meaning doing business as. Doing business as United States. Okay. So that means this trust can have two separate business names and operate under two separate names at the same exact time. Okay? When you use the word trust at the name of anything in public, it has to be a trust by law at all 50 of the Secretary of States. It has to be a trust. So when I saw In God We Trust on the money, I know that's a trust. They're operating under a trust. And I looked it up in the, because we're told that story, right? Declaration of Independence supposed to be signed in Pennsylvania, right? In Philadelphia. Well, I looked it up in Pennsylvania. There it is. It's registered. Because a trust can't get credit unless it's registered at Secretary of State. No business can get credit unless, you know, it's registered at Secretary of State. And the USA has $33 trillion in credit at this point. So I know they got credit. So I know they're registered. I go and look them up. There they are. This is that company. This is that business. This is that trust. Okay? So a trust has a loophole, right? Let's look at it. It has a Christian or a devil worshiper loophole. All right? Now, uh-oh. I don't want to put me out of the frame here. So let's put this up here. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. This has a 50. This is section U.S. code. This is the IRS code. Okay, 508. Special rules with respect to 501c3 organizations that achieve 501c3 status. Okay. Now this is 508c1a. Here are the exceptions, right? It all says, oh, hey, you have to get approved for 501c3 status, except these are the mandatory exceptions, okay? 508c1a. What are the exceptions? If you're a church, right? Churches don't pay taxes, okay? They don't report. They're integrated auxiliaries and conventions or association of churches. So church, or convention. Okay, that's cool. What's a convention, right? And then there's this whole section of 6033 by the IRS code, right? And it's the same verbiage exactly right here. Exceptions from filing, right? A, churches are integrated auxiliary convention or association of churches. Church, or convention, right? They have exemptions. This trust has exemption from filing with the IRS and paying the IRS. Both. Don't file forms annually or any other time, and you do not pay taxes. Period. And so all the states, right? They're like, you don't pay taxes either if you have 501c3 status. So what is a convention, right? What is a convention? Everyone knows about the pact with the devil. You can sell your soul to the devil. It's talked about by a lot of rich people, a lot of famous people. They all sell their soul to the devil, right? They have a pact with the devil, right? Everyone knows about it. Literally, everyone knows you can sell their soul to the devil. They just, people don't know that your parents already unwittingly sold your soul to the devil via the birth certificate and the EGOT we trust and the USA. And all currencies are tied to the dollar. So all countries have all souls sold to the devil from when they're children to get that birth certificate and so on. You see? What does convention mean? An intentional, an international agreement, a type, a written agreement, a document summarizing the agreement between parties. That's what a convention is. It's a pact. It doesn't say anything but that, right? So they've all made a pact with the devil. You see what I'm saying? For all the souls, I am the one that found the Christian loophole. Okay? There's a Christian loophole. You can side with Jesus Christ, and it works, and I've proven it. And so have many other people now at this point. All right? So, the reason is that it's okay that you can't be jailed and can't be detained because why? As a Christian that signed your soul over to Jesus Christ, you don't have to follow all the laws and stuff of every country, a city, a state, and blah, blah, blah. You have two commandments, okay? You have to follow them or you break this trust. Your free will can break this trust. If you go against these commandments, then yes, you can be jailed, you can be detained. If you break the two commandments of Jesus Christ, you have broken your trust, you've negated your trust, and they'll know it. Okay? And they can test you. You see what I'm saying? To see if you've been righteous. Because the people that sign this trust have two commandments, two laws that they go under. And if you follow them, you can't go to jail. You can't be detained by the police. It's impossible, and I've proven it. Okay? So, what are those commandments? Love your God, Lord your God, with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. That's it. Right? Love God. Love God. Okay? And there's a second one. Right? This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Okay? All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Obviously, I'm a prophet, obviously. And so this law is what makes it so I'm alive. So I can prove that this stuff works. So I can hand out this contract from Jesus Christ to people because I proved it works. I proved it up against the whole system, right? I proved it beats the government. I proved it beat guns. It can't be jailed. None of that stuff. But you have to follow these two commandments or it doesn't work. Okay? So you're not going to be doing evil stuff out there if you sign this trust with Jesus Christ. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be, you're murdering somebody. You're not going to be doing that because I would be loving your brothers and sisters. I wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be a child molester. That wouldn't be loving your brothers and sister. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be stealing from people. That wouldn't be loving your brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? So you're not someone that there needs to be police for. Do you see? So they don't need to apply all the rules and laws to you. All the police are for the people still side with the devil. Do you follow? And the IRS code and all the laws back this up, and the invisible, God will back this. I have proven this. And so you signed this, you've done your best to love God, and you've done your best to love your brothers and sisters. Treat them the way you want to be treated. That's it. That's what you can do, right? And so, how does this function? You see what I'm saying? You just, when the police say, come up to you and say, oh, you're coming with us or whatever, you say, no, I'm with Jesus Christ. I signed with Jesus Christ. That's it. You know, they go to put the, this has happened to other people. They go to put handcuffs on you and that their arms frozen in place. And if they ask, the answer is no, I'm not coming with you. No, I'm with Jesus Christ. And then you could just, why does Jesus Christ say turn the other cheek? Because they can't slap it. Because they can't hit you in the first place. They can't touch you. They can't do that. No, God backs it. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe you haven't tested it, but this is real. I have tested this many, many times to prove that this is real. And this is how it works, okay? No jail, no detainment. Not going to happen. You're in a courtroom, the judge says 60 days, you know what I'm saying? And then you say, no, I'm with Jesus Christ, and you just walk right on out of there. I've done that before at another time, too. So you just walk out. You won't be stopped. You won't be touched. It will not happen. It won't happen. And then you won't have nothing on your record either of any criminal charges or nothing like that. They're not allowed to do that. You're not under their jurisdiction. Period. End of story. All you do is follow them two commandments. This is simple, right? But it takes a lot of courage to do. I've done it many times. Many times. I can't remember all the times I've done it. They test you on this when you sign this contract. They can test you, okay? Just don't make it so they have to test you, right? Love your brothers and sisters. Love God. That's simple, okay? But this is how it works, and it's 100% real. Everything else is fake. This is 100% real. I have tested it. They say all their laws are real. They say they can use their guns. Watch out for guns. Don't be scared of that stuff. No. You should watch out for God. You should have a healthy respect for God, if not fear God. Because listen, God is real, and their whole story, everything they say is a lie. So this is backed by the IRS. This convention that you can have is real. Okay, it exempts you from filing with the IRS, it exempts you from paying taxes with the IRS. This is the only thing really that's real. Either you're siding with the devil or you're siding with Jesus Christ. There actually is no other reality happening in this reality. So, and this is how it happens, okay? You do it, you just do it right when anything comes up. You say, no, no, I'm with Jesus Christ. And that's it. You walk away. That's the end of the story. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to push them. You don't have to touch them. Turn that other cheek. You just walk away. Like, they're going to have to go for you and touch you, and God will stop them. And that's the reality of how this works. I have tested it myself on purpose, tempted the devil, and come down to see if this is real, to find out if this is real, to help my brothers and sisters. And this is the real thing, okay? You could do this. There's a classroom too. If you're facing a situation, get in touch with me. I'll make sure you have this full understanding. But this really is truly the full understanding. Okay. God bless your success, 100%.